you have your pink color on top of the other ones, you're just going to leave these right here. So you've got them perfect. You've got the body mostly done. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you what the backpack looks like. So, oopsies. Let me do that. So I'm going to show you what my backpack looks like by moving it out a little bit. It is the exact same shape. I'm going to ungroup this so we can see how I made it. So you've got the outline just like we did with the other one, and you've got this base color, and then you've got the same highlight color. The one thing I will tell you is that I ended up using a regular rectangle to give it a flatter shape. It's still the same shape, but I moved that little yellow square to make it more rectangular. And you don't have to do that, but let's see what we're going to do here. So I'm going to click on this. I'm actually going to highlight all of them, select all of them, and move them over here. That way I can use them in the right direction of where I'm going to put my backpack. So now I've got the body. I'm going to click on one of my squares. I'm going to stick with this one, and I'm going to do the Control D. So now I've duplicated it. I have 2 copies of the light colored one. And then I'm going to click on, yeah, I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to duplicate it again. So now I have 2 more pink rectangles. I'm going to start by shrinking this a lot because the backpack, let's see, the size of the backpack, I'd say it's about, I don't know. I don't know how big I would say that is, but it's definitely smaller than the smaller circle, the lighter colored circle. So that's what I'm going to use as my reference. So I'm going to move it so that it's matching with them, right? So it's about the same height. Now I'm going to shrink it this way because it's definitely shorter than this lighter color. Um, that looks to be a good height. It is also quite narrow because it's a backpack, so I'm going to shrink it that way. And one more thing is the backpack is less round than the body is. So I'm going to go back to that little yellow square and I'm going to move it out towards the edge, and that's going to make my backpack more rectangle and less round. And I think that's a pretty good start for my backpack. And you might have guessed it, but we're going to actually do the same thing we did before. You're going to duplicate this shape. You're going to change the outline to black. You're going to change the fill color to transparent. And then you're going to make the weight 12 points. So you're doing the exact same thing, just on a smaller scale. And then you're going to line it perfectly. There's my red plus sign. So there's the beginnings of my backpack. Now, one of the ways that this is a little bit different is I'm actually going to take the outline off of it for right now. These are not how they're going to be permanently, but this is how they will be for now. The one thing I should point out is that this color right now is the same color as the lighter color, but we actually want it to be the darker color. So I'm going to change my original, my base for my backpack to the darker pink. The good thing is if you did a custom color, it always saves them down here. So this is the last color that I chose. So I've got a darker color. I'm now going to take this shape and I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to align it completely perfectly. So it's 2 shapes here, but they're right on top of each other. So it looks like there's one. And then I'm going to pull this one up all the way. So it's only like a quarter of the full height. Once you've done that, you might have wanted to change the color back before you did this, but you get the idea. So that's going to create that color that our other shape had. So we're now going to move the outline on top of them. And as you can see, the outline is not in front, so we want to order it. So you're going to right click on the outline. So make sure you're clicking on the one with the outline, not one of these other shapes. You're going to right click on it. You're going to go to order and you're going to bring to front. So now you've got it and you're going to put it on top of them so it's aligned perfectly and you have a lovely little backpack. Now I did mine